How is this? You know, there's that cloudiness right there, which I don't particularly care for. I'm just working with this for a moment, everyone. Let's do this for a second. Let's do that. No, all right, no, no, no. I'm not gonna do it. I gotta play with this today. Let's see something. Just I need a moment, Al. Don't have a conniption. See, it's this little glary thing, I think, oh, yes, that's it. But now we also have the glare in the back. But you know what? I don't think it's as bad now. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to keep that like that. And hopefully, because when I watch this back, I'm like, what the heck? It's like there's a ghost on it. Usually it's this side. And I think it's because Steve Perry wants to be here. So he's like an orb that's floating around in this area. That's what I'm thinking. But more than likely, I'm extremely wrong. I can't believe it's Friday. Oh boy. All right. I'm sorry. I'm a little flustered. So here's the problem today. This ponytail. I said I'm doing that little ponytail today because I haven't done that in a while, and I feel like a little I Dream of Jeannie-ish. And it kind of, it was a little quicker, but not really, because I had to redo this 4 times. Don't enjoy when I have to do things like that. So I probably have a bald spot now because I had to rip this little teeny tiny elastic out of my head 4 times. And I got to tell you, it's so warm here in Rhode Island. Last night I took Louie out, I don't know, 10:30-ish. And Al goes, is it really cold out? I said, no, but yet he has the heat pumping and pumping and pumping. I go upstairs, I'm sweating. There's no one there. Can you stop doing that? Because here we go. My grandparents used to fight over the heat all the time. Pasquale, it's too hot. And my grandmother would freak out. My grandfather was like, I'm cold. And poor guy, like he was really cold. I mean, he was cold. He literally was cold. But she said, no, turn the heat down. And they would literally get into almost fist fight status about the heating system.
Constantly, because when I met you, I go over their house and they're always yelling at each other. But the problem was if your grandfather would turn the heat up, he's the one who turned the heat up, right? And your grandmother.
No, I think it was. Well, yeah, Grandpa would turn the heat up because the poor guy he really was cold. I mean, he was a little person. He wasn't a little person. He was very tall, but he had lost a lot of weight over the years.
Yeah.
He was cold and he had a lot of arthritis. So the heat made him feel good. He always had a sweater on, even in the summer. I miss them so much. But anyway, good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Mark. Happy Fun Friday. Oh my gosh.
But the thing here is that you should have learned something from your grandparents. God rest both of them.
To not fight with you?
Well,
no. You should not turn the heat up.
No, okay. Hear what you're saying. So you're saying that, you're complaining after you talked to those nice ladies last night and a nice young gentleman, which we'll talk about in a second. You were complaining. What are you looking at your arm for?
I have a bruise right there. I don't know what happened.
I didn't hit you. So you're saying that I turn the heat up and everything else. And, your grandmother and grandfather, you should have learned something from them.
What?
That your grandmother should have kept your grandfather warm. Then they wouldn't have had a problem. So when I'm cold, I don't turn the heat up. You keep me warm.
Get out of here. Good morning, Kathy.
What do you mean? Get out of here. I want to buy a house in Texas. Oh, God. It is nice today, though, isn't it? It's really nice and warm.
Absolutely.
Well, listen how low my voice sounds. Jeez.
The weather here is crazy. Like, I cannot believe how warm it is. I have a short sleeve shirt on. I had my little sweatshirt out, and you go, oh, that's a nice sweatshirt from Paris.
Right.
Like, actually, it's from TJ Maxx.
Right.
Oh my gosh, here we go. I knew it was happening. I felt it.
Karen's here from North Carolina. Oh,
Good
my
morning,
God. It's
Karen.
probably warm as hell in North Carolina.
Oh, it's probably so nice.
Oh, my God.
Down there today.
I see your Santa Claus in your studio because they have a Christmas party tonight, right?
All right, so hold on. So you said, oh, nice sweatshirt from Paris. I know it's from TJ Maxx. Yeah. And I couldn't even wear it this morning because, I've had it for like 2 years. So
nice sweatshirt, though. It's just
he just doesn't know anything that I have. Like, because I'll pull these things out. Oh, that's so nice. I'm like, yeah, I've worn it 25 times over the past 25 years. So anyway,
Well, so I noticed,
I don't
later
have
on.
anything that I don't have
Right,
anything that I wear like that
right,
that I've had for that many years. I don't have
right,
that. Anyway, so
right.
Santa
Anyway,
Claus is behind me.
right. Ho, ho, ho.
And there's some other things within the studio. I'm very excited. Tonight there's so much going on
Oh, my
for
God.
our Fun Friday kick off the holiday season Christmas show.
Christmas party.
I have no idea what's happening. There's so much.
That's okay.
That's how much that's happening. I really don't. Well, I do know one thing.
Right.
Gary Stuckey is going to give you guys a huge surprise. And him and this guy have been working on something. I don't know.
Whatever.
So I'm really excited. I haven't heard anything. Gary, just so you know, I have not heard a thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to listen until tonight.
Right.
So, guys, you definitely want to be around for all of it.
But we're going to talk to a lot of the Kiki
fun.
Nation members tonight. We're going to put them on the radio, which is going to be a lot of fun. And, we'll get some great surprises. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. It's only Barry White this morning. The Kiki Nation Christmas party right here, Kiki. Yeah, what a night last night. You talking to those beautiful people last night. My God, there were Lori and Jess and Des. What great people.
So excited.
Oh, my God.
And boy, did they get that song out in the nick of time.
Wow. And
I'm glad they did because it's really a great song and it's fun. I love that. And I love, there's one little part in there, and I didn't say anything to Jess, but she calls her mom mommy, and it's just so cute. And and you could tell that they are, every time we've spoken to them, they have been together.
Every time.
So they are always together. They obviously have a wonderful, wonderful relationship. And I think that's great.
And they're always driving around and everything else. But Des is a great guy. And Jess, what a cut up character she is. So my funny. God. We did not know. We knew we were going to talk to Lori, but we didn't know till the very, very last minute that Jess was going to be there.
Total surprise.
And it was great. The both of them are like sisters. They are great, great people. And the stories they told about Eddie and their family and everything else.
Yep.
And we have to say thank you to Lori for reaching out to us and letting us do this for all of you, because this is what she wants to portray. Is even though Eddie's gone, for everybody to have a Merry Christmas. As Jess says, it's sad and it's terrible that you lose people, but you got to remember the good times and the memories, and that's things that we tend to forget about. So there's a message there, and the new song which we're playing on Kiki.fm is wonderful. As you said a couple of days ago, Kiki, it's an upbeat Christmas song, and thanks and Merry Christmas to the entire Money family.
And we can't discredit the grieving process because everybody goes through it at their own pace. When my dad passed away, it was horrendous. I was very young. I was only, not very, very young. Obviously, people lose their parents when they're much younger, but I was only
15, were you?
Well, I was 18 when I found out.
Okay.
And then I was 19 when he passed. But really, it really just takes its toll on you for a while. But then, and even when my mom passed, but we had known for so long that she had been sick,
right,
that it was just a little bit different. That grieving process was a little just different. Than my dad's was very, very fast.
Right.
So everybody goes through it in their own way, and it takes their own time. And, for the Money family, they're ready now. They're ready to get back out and start doing projects again and playing shows and everything. So, it's lots of love to everyone who's lost someone this Christmas. Like Jess had said, we are with you. Trust me.
Right.
It's and if this is a hard holiday for you, we send our love, we send our hugs, we send all of our best wishes, but you will get through it in your own time, and it's your time. It's your time.
But, Lori has been through so much with the passing of Eddie, and she said in the interview last night that they didn't realize Eddie was going to pass so soon.
Yeah.
And she lost her husband, and this year she just lost her brother. And the pandemic hit, and it was terrible for the entire family. But she realizes she has a lot to live for. She's having her parents fly out from Nashville to spend the Christmas holidays with the Money family. She has her kids, and as you just said, Kiki, the kids are around her all the time.
Which is great. That's
This
so
is
nice.
all the time.
I wish I had my kids around me all the time. So my daughter's in Myrtle Beach and she gets a
Right.
car. This is our story. No, I'm going to start.
Okay.
So the other
Oh,
day
my
she
God.
texts me. She goes,
Why?
"Oh, my boyfriend's going to get me a cat." I'm
I
like,
get
"Why?
this. I
You
can't-
have a dog.
I can't comment.
You have a dog
I can't comment.
that is very needy,
Yeah.
and the dog wants to be hugged all the time and walked, which is fine. I get it.
They take
'cause
the dog everywhere, which is
it's fine. The dog has anxiety, believe it or not. The dog needs a therapist. Okay.
Well, I think that
That's another
I think
whole
I
story.
think the dog takes Xanax, but whatever.
So she was, "We're going to get a cat." And I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
"You're looking for validation from me. I'm not giving it to you." However, she got the cat anyway.
Yeah,
They named him Blue, and he's absolutely adorable. And I want the cat.
Blue Christmas.
So she has a cat. Do I think it's right or wrong? Whatever. She shouldn't have gotten a cat, but
Wow.
he's so friggin' cute. And I'm like, you know what? I want a cat. I keep going around my yard because we have like woods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I keep going outside going, kitty, 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 because you never know. Like you never know if there's a little abandoned kitten.
There's woods
and I'll just take it in.
There's woods everywhere, and she's going, kitty, kitty, kitty. What the hell are you doing?
And I'll do it when I'm walking Louie outside, and he's like, "Who are you talking to?" Like the
Right.
dog is looking at me
Right.
in confusion,
But one of these days you can go, kitty, 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 and a coyote's going to come up.
or like a leopard or something like that.
Oh,
A
God.
coy wolf.
A coy wolf.
You know, and I keep seeing all of these TikTok videos. Maybe it's me. I don't know, but coyotes look pretty
Pretty what?
pretty tame.
They're not tame. You know,
Like people let them and foxes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
There are
great.
so many people on TikTok, guys, that have
TikTok.
foxes as pets.
Really?
Like I didn't know that was a thing, but they seem really funny. Foxes seem
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Like they have a great personality. Like you could be half fox.
You know who was really funny was Red Fox. I thought he was really funny.
Red Fox.
It was
Sanford and Son. I love that show.
That was great.
Why did I? You know, it just laid the groundwork for my life.
Do we have hot chocolate
Trash
for the party tonight? I think we do, don't we?
We have hot chocolate. Yeah. We actually have to run to Market Basket
Oh, we do.
this afternoon because, guys, I'm going to get physical.
What would you say?
I'm going to get physical. You know,
Physical?
I always think of
wow.
Olivia
I better
Newton-John.
wake up by then.
My doctor's office calls. You still coming in for your physical on Friday? I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard that word in decades. And then immediately I'm like, is Olivia Newton-John going to be there? But no, she's not going to. And so I have to go get a checkup. I wonder if I'm going to be all right. I'm going to say, I have a bruise. I have a bruise on my arm. I don't even know.
You know, but part of Kiki Nation here in your community, people are talking to each other now, and Mark is saying that he lost his dad in December 23rd.
Oh, wow.
And Kathy lost her dad on December 19th. And I think it's good to talk about these people. One thing that doesn't bother me, but a lot of times when people go or they depart this earth, they're forgotten about. And they go into the cemetery, nobody visits them. But they're still a part of our lives. And we have to, you know, as Jess said last night to you, that you go through the grieving process, but what they're doing now is they're making Eddie Money come alive again.
Well, it's great because he's in the song.
It's in the song.
It's so awesome.
And just the fact that they couldn't get the master track, and Lori sat down with this record producer, this engineer, and had a CD, and he mixed the vocals of his kids with Eddie from a CD, and it was it's awesome.
Well, you know
it's
what?
Awesome. And you gotta, when people go, you gotta still include them in your life because they're a part of your life and the memories and everything else. So
well, we have to give credit to sound engineers everywhere because
oh my God,
they're the people who make it happen. I mean, really that
right.
he pulled that from a CD.
But the thing here is that when people leave this earth, they're still here because of the music. The music lives forever, and that's what keeps us all connected, keeps us all going every day. And that's why you made me get up this morning because.
And literally, Lurch is walking around going, "Why didn't you get me up out of it?" I'm like, "Listen,
oh my God, here we go.
I am not your babysitter." And I was already ready, and he's like, "Well,
Yeah, but I was in a dead
How
sleep.
long you been
I
up?
had a busy
And I
day
said,
last
I
night,
have
my
been up
God.
for a while.
Why?
And I was nervous because
Why?
I didn't get up till 6 this morning because I was awake on.
Oh, God.
Guys, can I just tell you,
What are you going
like,
to tell me?
how does it feel so crappy when you wake up 2, 3 o'clock and you're just sitting there going,
Right,
I'm not getting up.
right,
I'm not going to turn on the TV.
right,
I'm just going to sit here
right,
and force myself to go back to sleep. Is that not the worst? And then you don't go to sleep.
right,
And then you're thinking of all of these things in your head.
right.
And then you eventually, like 2 hours, fall asleep. So, like in my case, I fell asleep at 5:30 and I'm going, it's fine because I'm just going to close my eyes for another 10 minutes. And then boom, it's 6 o'clock. And I said, get up. And I had to get up and
Yeah,
run and get everything ready and put my hair in a ponytail that I take out 4
But
times.
where I was sleeping,
Help me.
it was very dark. And I looked at the clock and it's 6:45, and I go, Kiki, and you're not answering me, Kiki, and I realized you weren't there in the bed. And I go, oh my God, is she in the broadcast facility? And
I'm in the facility. I need to go to a facility half the time.
Kiki,
I'll tell you that right now.
Then I see, I says, well, it's 7:15. You said, I'm ready. I says, oh, I hit all these buttons and everything else, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm still not
Running
awake.
around.
I like the way my voice
No
sounds.
pants on.
Okay. Well, I like the way my voice.
Thank goodness you go to the store and you're fully clothed because
stop
I
it.
can't.
So tonight is our Christmas party at Kiki.fm.
Yeah.
And thank you to Lori and Jess and Des last night for a great time last night, people. And by the way, Woodard just reached out to me and just said, great. He loved it. He absolutely loved it because you're talking about one of your favorite guys.
Because Lori and I,
this is funny.
Have a special affinity for.
Oh, don't knock the Santa or what? But yeah, he's behind the Santa. Don't.
Like,
what?
Can you believe it?
What?
I mean, she clearly doesn't have the same type of love that I have for John, but she loves him though. Like she really loves John.
No,
there's just something about him.
She likes him because of his talent, and she's told a great story.
Talent schmalent. He's adorable.
But
stop.
John Wade reached out to the Money family numerous amount of times when Eddie was sick, but also was part of the tribute concert that they did for Eddie Money out there in the West Coast.
Yes.
And you suggested something to Jess Money last night, which I think is great. And she's going to think about it long and hard. As this is the year for Jess and John to
collaboration, because I think Jess opening up for John when John goes out, be perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Be perfect.
Yeah.
Be perfect. And Eddie, just the story that Lori told about Eddie, how much he admired John Wade. He thought he had such a great voice. And
we have good taste. We all have good taste. I'm just saying.
Okay. It's time for a classic rock raw.
That was great, Al. Great introduction. Thank you so much.
Well, I thought about good taste.
Just saying.
What did you say? Church?
Lurch.
Oh, I thought you said church. God bless you, my child.
Guys, thank you so much for being here.
I've sinned.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. And here is because it's all for you, your classic rock raw on this Friday, December 17th. I had to look at the date.
I didn't think you were going to get it right. But
I have it written down, but I'm like, you know what?
But do you know what a week from today is? Do you have any idea?
Christmas Eve.
Right. Ho, ho, ho. Sorry, continue.
What a year. But anyway, crazy, crazy year for us anyway. So I was in total shock when I read this last night. This popped up and I said, this can't be real. It literally cannot be real. Now, you guys know that I am also an avid eBay seller. I sell a lot of stuff on eBay. Not a ton. I mean, like, I'm not rich or anything. Please believe me. Trust me. Like, if I sell 1 or 2 items a day and then I have a couple of days where I don't sell anything, that's good. That's like that's how I go, right? Because I have other stuff going on as well. So I sell stuff on eBay. I go to thrift stores. I go to yard sales, buy stuff for like a nickel, and then sell it for $25,000. Not that extreme. You get the idea. So I've never been a promoter of replicas, lookalikes, especially handbags. I don't, because I know that there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on behind the scenes when it comes to faux designer handbags. So I've never been a promoter of that. However, not often, but it has happened to me that I have bought something where it looked so real, but it was a fake. Okay. Now I'm usually really good. Like at the thrift store the other day, I said to my friend Donna, this is not a real Coach handbag. So she took it out of the case because they put all the nicer things in their case. And she took it out and they'll probably put it on the regular floor because it's just not cool to, they just sell what they get in. But, so now I've told you guys about all of that. There is a woman in Germany who put a bootleg CD of an Eric Clapton concert from the 80s on eBay. Again, the word of the day, bootleg. Put it on there. Guess what? Eric Clapton saw it, apparently, and sued the woman. I still am, for me to say these words, really, I'm still in shock. I really still am in shock. Now, the woman was trying to sell the CD for, let me tell you how much, $11.20 in German money. And her late husband bought the CD for her in a department store, a large department store where they live in 1987. So the department store was selling this CD. So they obviously had the rights to do so. Now, the woman did not know that she was infringing copyright when she listed the CD, which is probably true, because if she was selling this one particular CD out of her collection or closet, this is what eBay is for some sellers. They're just taking stuff around the house, putting it online, selling it because they don't need any more. And you get that idea. Now, it sounds to me as if that was the case. She literally just took the CD, threw it online, and that was the end of it. Now, however, she's doing this with several CDs, and this is her business. Potentially she may have known, but it sounds like that wasn't the case at all. It sounds like she literally just pulled this off her shelf and threw it online. Now, Eric Clapton went after the 55-year-old woman in Germany, and now she has to pay, for an $11.20 CD, she has to pay about $4,000 in legal fees.
Now, can I interrupt you for a second?
Oh, please, Jesus. I have to go at some point today.
I know that. So this woman received a CD from her husband. He paid like $11 for it.
No, we don't know how much he paid for it. She was trying to sell it
for $11. Eric Clapton, the Eric Clapton, that's who you're talking about, right?
Correct.
Is going after the woman.
Oh, no, he went after her.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any. Eric Clapton, get a life, man.
Like, well, guess what?
What?
Eric Clapton won the lawsuit. And now that's why she has to pay about $4,000 in legal fees. Now, if she continues...
Wait a minute. The woman didn't do anything wrong. She just had a CD. What the hell is she doing that for? Come on, Eric. Listen, I'll take your music off Kiki.fm. You can't do that stuff.
Can I just... So what? If she continues to keep the CD online for sale, because it sounds to me like eBay didn't take it down.
Okay.
She was sued by Eric Clapton. If she continues to keep that CD online,
yeah,
here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, all right.
She could get fined $500,000.
Yeah.
Or go to jail for 6 months.
Okay, so here's the deal. If she's still selling on a CD, I want to buy it today. I want to buy the CD from the woman and let it go from there. All right. Listen, does Eric want to deal with me? Do I want to deal with Eric? This is baloney. This is baloney. Now I'm really mad. This is not Christmas. Eric, you're lucky the woman had the CD, but I don't know, the woman's husband passed away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why is she selling a CD that her husband gave her? That's kind of strange too. But that bothers me more than the Eric Clapton thing. But poor husband is dead now, which we just said about dead people. It's a memory. Music.
Can I just say
what is the matter with you, woman? Oh God, maybe Eric Clapton's mad at her for that.
All right, so let me say something to that. Maybe she needs to. You don't. You don't know anybody's situation now. Can you please let me finish my story?
Right. Classic rock.
Thanks a bunch. Oh my gosh. Who knows why she had to sell the CD? Maybe she needs to. She's only 55 years old and the poor woman lost her husband. You don't know what her situation is. And when I read this, I literally got frightened for her. Literally, because I know it just happened to me the other day, to be quite honest. I did buy a Coach handbag. Looked pretty damn real to me. Not even kidding. And eBay pulled it off. And that's fine. So you know what? It goes in the yard sale pile. I'm not even going to question it because I can't. I'm not going to fight that. They're telling me looks pretty real. I think it's real. It happens sometimes anyway, but trust me, it does not happen often to me. There's some pretty good fakes out there. So the fact that the woman got this legal letter, the fact that she got sued, the fact that she has to pay $4,000 in legal fees, it's just... It makes me sad.
I want to buy the CD.
It makes me really...
And I want to take on Eric Clapton.
Really sad that she has to go through this. So whoever you are, I'm sorry for you. And it's just... Here's the thing.
What?
Maybe Eric's team could have perhaps just said, you know what? Can you please take the CD down? Because we see that it's a bootleg copy.
What do you mean it's a bootleg copy? Who the hell cares? Listen to me. If anybody in the sound of our voices is listening to this or watching this later on today, has an Eric Clapton CD, sell it today. Get rid of it. Because it will be wonderful tonight.
James Brown. I mean, what an artist he was. Living in America, can you stand it? He was in his little red, white, and blue outfit, sequins, whatever. I mean, I love James Brown. He was an absolute powerhouse of an artist who left behind what he thought was immediately going to finance scholarships. But instead, everyone, can't stand when this happens, wanted a piece of Mr. Brown, which left an absolute mess. It's just crazy to me. These artists or actors and actresses, they build an entire legacy. And then when they sadly pass, comes out of the woodwork. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. James Brown passed away 15 years ago. Does it even seem like that? He passed away on December 6th of 2006. CNN, not too long ago, looked into James Brown's death in 2019 and said that the singer was possibly murdered. So they kind of resurfaced a whole thing here. On December 23rd, of that year, James was several hours late for his dental appointment. And when he got there, the dentist suggested that he go to his doctor right away because he did not look good. Now, first of all, he's really late, hours late for his dental appointment. He gets there. The dentist wouldn't even work on him. He looked that sick. James died 2 days after that appointment, reportedly from congestive heart failure, but maybe not. We don't know. Now, the battle for James Brown estate went on for 15 years, the longest, they're saying, in musician battle history, which is just, to me, that's just so, imagine 15 years fighting over something that you're not going to end up getting that much because you have to pay all of this out in fees, right? Legal fees. Poor woman in Germany. Eric Clapton, $11.20 turns into $4,000.
I found 5 CDs since you're talking. I'm selling them today. Eric Clapton. Bye-bye.
James wanted a majority of his estate to go towards scholarships for needy children. And, it does show what type of person that James Brown was, even though he had a lot of demons, a lot of battles, a lot of things going on in the background. He obviously still had a very good heart. Now, due to all of the infighting going on with regards to who gets what, millions of dollars in legal fees have been paid. And who paid for those fees? by the way, while this was all going on. I'm guessing it just strictly came out of James Brown's estate. And that money could have gone towards scholarships for needy children. Finally, and I think they had been working on this for about 4 years, Primary Wave came in and bought the assets of James Brown's estate. Now, there is not a definite number as to what they exactly paid for his estate, but people are saying it's around $90 million. Primary Wave also owns half of Whitney Houston's estate and a large portion of Prince's estate. And that's still, I think, in Crazy Town, too. Now, they will set aside a small portion of future deals towards scholarships, and 15 years and lots of lawyers later, this has finally come to an end for James Brown estate. Crazy. Like he must be going, what the heck? Like, come on, guys. Come on. Crazy. Steve Perry, a day just can't go by recently until I have to say something.
About what?
About Steve Perry.
I gotta go now.
I have to.
I can't. I just can't.
Put a little thing on my
what you got?
Instagram and Twitter this morning about the song "The Girl Can't Help It." And can I just tell you? So I hadn't watched that video in a while.
Oh my God!
So I watched it a few times.
Oh my God. Like after she talked to the Money family last night, about maybe a couple hours.
Stayed up a little late.
A couple hours afterwards, she's in her office chair and she's rocking out, and I see Steve Perry. I don't know what is she going to talk about now? Like, you people are crazy. Girls and guys are like, they're obsessed with this Steve guy. Go ahead.
And I'm just watching him sing "The Girl Can't Help It."
Yeah,
well, the girl can't help it.
No, throw up.
He had on his red tux jacket with the tails. Neil Sean, freaking adorable in that video.
Neil was adorable.
Neil,
oh my God,
so cute. I mean, he really, honestly.
Okay, I don't know.
And just that Steve Perry. And apparently, Al was yelling for me.
Oh, this is weird.
So I'm
right,
doing my thing while Steve's singing and the guys are singing.
Right.
My headphones on because I gotta encompass my head into the music I'm listening to.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he's like, and I said, "What?"
No, this is a delay reaction. I did that about 5 minutes before that. You didn't see me. Then I sat down and you said, "What?" And go ahead, get to.
That's how zoned in I was into.
Oh my God!
Steve Perry and Journey singing "Girl Can't Help It."
And I could have,
because this is what happens.
And I could have been dead.
I get lost.
I could have been dead. Oh, because of Steve Perry.
So eventually, after he's screaming, I take off my headphones. I'm like, "What? Like, what is so important that you need to interrupt me watching Girl Can't Help It on YouTube? Like, what do you need?" He goes, "I'm like over here." And I got very scared.
Yeah.
He's getting all dramatic. And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I didn't know what was happening. I felt like something was in the other room." And I said, "What?"
Yeah.
And he said, "I heard this ruffling. And then all of a sudden, this thing." And I said, "What? Like, is there a possum in the house? What is going on?" It was Mittens coming out of the litter box.
I was in the garage. And I was startled.
Scared by the cat.
Last couple of days, I've had a lot to do. I mean,
my God!
I'm a little on edge, but I'm fine. And
a little,
but I'm in the garage.
The cat scared him.
But I'm like, all of a sudden I hear this ruffling, and I go, my head's not going this way. What's going on? And the cat's coming out of the litter box, and I almost had a friggin' heart attack. So then I go to Kiki, and I said, "Kiki." And she's going, this is going off. About 5-10 minutes later, she says, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "I almost had a heart attack and died." She says, "From what?" "From the cat coming out of the litter box." And I need help,
guys. This is real. Like, you can't, you can't make this up at all. Like, you just can't. So then, we go to bed, and I had a dream. I didn't tell you about. This yet.
God, this is. I don't know what you're going to say, but you had a dream. Okay.
So I had a dream.
Kiki had a dream
that you're yelling, catch me. And then I see you fall off the roof in front of the kitchen window, and
oh boy,
I couldn't catch you because I was in the house.
Right.
So I'm like,
right.
then I felt bad. I'm like, well,
Right.
I mean, but I was listening to Journey. Don't interrupt me when I'm listening to Journey. Do not.
I can die, and you can bury me, and then maybe you'll come to.
I'm crying. Right
and then you can play a song at my funeral. Who's crying now?
He was so scared by the cat.
But Gail just woke up. I didn't realize Gail just told everybody here that she's been on vacation. Where did she go?
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Well, I mean, our kid.
I'm not scared of a kitty. Oh my God! I just Marky payback.
And then we're going.
What?
How old is? So we have this whole discussion.
What?
How old is the cat? Because
the cat's, I don't know.
We figured out she's 14.
14 years old. Yeah.
Because I got the cat. How we get our pets is just really unconventional, but
my God.
It's perfect. It's fine. So we got Mittens when I went to the vet, when our baby girl Daisy, our yellow lab, but she was white, was alive. I miss her so much. So I'd taken her to the vet one day, and this woman came into the vet.
Right. What?
And ended up, she was the kid's art teacher at the high school.
That's great.
And she goes, I have this kitten and I have 7 cats at home. I can't keep this cat. So she was handing the cat to the vet.
Right.
I'm like, well, that cat's really cute. I'll take the cat.
Oh my God.
Now here it is. I'm by myself with the dog. And I take a cat. I come home with a cat.
Doesn't even ask me or anything.
We open the door and the cat runs up the tree.
Oh my
so
God.
Al had to get the ladder out.
And this is when I was a little bit younger, and I had to go all the way up and get. And
our daughter, Kat, her name is Catalina.
Right, Kat.
So she helped him get the cat out of the tree.
Get the cat out of the tree. Sounds like
14 years later.
14 years later,
we still have Mittens.
Beautiful cat. I love that cat. She purrs and when I go to, well, last night I was just falling asleep. It was late after the interview and everything else, and the cat sneezes right in my face.
She torments him.
She went,
torments him.
And I'm like, oh my God, I love you, but get the hell out of here. I'm trying to sleep. I need my beauty sleep. But
she loves Al.
She loves. I want to know if Gail went anywhere on our vacation. That's what I want to know. She slept in late this morning, but it's okay.
It's all right.
But it's okay.
Oh, that's right. I think Gail is on vacation.
But Gail,
until the first of the year.
It's a good thing you're sleeping in tonight, this morning, because tonight we're having a Christmas party, and we want you to join us. Ho, ho, ho.
Please join us tonight. So Gail is home getting ready to make cookie dough and freeze it so my granddaughters come tomorrow. We can make Christmas cookies. See, that is the best.
Yeah, I want to know.
That is the best.
Do you make the sugar cookies? Because I told you
I spit again.
We're gonna come.
We're
gonna come down like after the first of the year. But if you're making Christmas cookies, I'm gonna be down there by Christmas Eve.
So let me talk about Steve, because I really.
I know. Go ahead.
Got to work too.
Go ahead. Go
to make money for the honey.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a lot.
I'm the sugar mama.
We have a lot to do today.
I am not dressing up as an elf tonight. I will.
Right.
I'm going to be in good Christmas garb, though. I'm going to pretend I'm going to a real live part. Well, this is going to be a real live party.
Right.
And I'm going to look nice because I wasn't invited to not a one cookie swap.
No.
Christmas party.
No.
Nothing. So you know what?
No. We're just going to say.
We're all just going to have fun together.
We're going to play music.
Because I'm sure.
Maybe
there's someone else who hasn't been invited to anything.
Well,
no, probably not. I'm just the only one. Like I sit here with my fake Santa.
Classic rock.
But I have a real Al.
With more news. What?
Who interrupts me.
Steve Perry news. Oh my God. Go ahead.
Steve Perry, that guy. Oh my God. Like, go watch Girl Can't Help It, though. I just got to tell you. But Steve recently did an interview with Songcraft, and he talked about how the song Still They Ride came about. Now, if that's not a sexy song, like, stop it. I'll stop breathing in the background.
I can't. I'm listening to you, and I have my mic open. I can't have. I have to breathe. I have to stay alive. So I'm sorry. I turn my microphone off. Go ahead.
And Still They Ride. Is that just not one of the songs that you pictured yourself dancing with Steve at the prom to? Can you just? All right. Let's set up the stage for that now. So Steve picks you up at your house, and he's got on, maybe I'm thinking, baby blue tux with the ruffles, because that was the time when guys were wearing baby blue tuxes. Big bow tie. Maybe some lamb chops. You didn't cut the hair on the side of the face, and you have on your frilly lace gown-ish, and he gives you like a wrist corsage. I never liked wrist corsages. I always wanted to pin it on because then the guy would have to pin it. I didn't go to many of those either. But anyway, so he gives you your wrist corsage and your hair's like curled up, kind of like Farrah Fawcett, maybe sort of. And you get into his car. He opens the door for you. You go to the prom. And then you guys walk in together and everybody's looking at you. Everybody's looking at you going, how the heck are you here with Steve Perry at prom? And you're looking around, kind of like side-eyeing everybody going, oh yeah, baby, I'm here with Steve Perry at prom. And we are going to dance to Still They Ride. And then Still They Ride comes on and you guys dance together in the middle of the gymnasium. And gosh, it is just like the seas have parted ways because everybody just backs up and watches the two of you, the two of us dancing in the gymnasium to Still They Ride. It's just you and Steve Perry. And then all of a sudden, Carrie comes on stage. And everybody runs out of the gymnasium because Carrie.
That's kind of like a spooky.
I know. I was just trying to throw it in there.
What is wrong with your mind?
I know it's a problem.
A blue tux, Steve Perry, Pot in the Seas, then Carrie. What is wrong with you?
So getting back to Still They Ride, Steve talks about Hanford, and it's about a guy who decides to ride and keep riding. And said it was inspired by the movie American Graffiti. I don't know about the guy riding. I didn't really quite understand that. Like, where's he riding to? He's just riding. And I think that's what Steve did when he retired, right? He got on a motorcycle and he just rode. But Still They Ride came out way before that. So maybe that was always in the back of his head. You have to think about these things because I do. So Steve and the guys, they had a huge rehearsal space in Oakland and Steve was playing bass because Ross wasn't there yet. Think about that. He also said that when him and Neil were playing, the music gave them the sense of an eagle soaring, which seems to be a big part of the music they wrote. You know, they always talk about things just taking off, like how they started just take off, going on a journey with their music, right? So we can just feel all of that when Steve talks about it. And Steve said that this song is one of his favorites. So this little sexy ditty, Still They Ride, you need to hear that today. And Girl Can't Help It. Go watch that video. My gosh. So Steve also I watched it on Twitter. He did a short commentary about the Christmas song and shared what that song means to him. He said that everyone thinks of chestnuts because that is part of the song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And he went on to say that even though his family didn't have a fireplace, he felt like he did have a fireplace when he heard the song. I didn't like chestnuts. You know, that was such a Christmas thing at my house. I remember the chestnuts going in the pot and they roast, like the whole family would be there and they'd roast these chestnuts. And I'm like, I don't know, they put them in water or something. I don't know, but I can smell them right now. And I didn't think they tasted good at all. I'm like, this is what a squirrel eats. Why would I want to eat? I would try it, tried it, did not. Chestnuts just aren't for me, kids. I don't know about you. If you like them, good for you. But I'm not a chestnut type of girl. So, you know, getting back to all of this is what is great about music. It takes you somewhere when you need to be somewhere else, if that makes any sense. Like if you're just not happy here right now in this moment, you can just turn on any song and it will take you where you want to be in that moment.
Another one bites
time.
Another one bites the dust.
And there he is.
No. I mean,
just like if I'm having a crappy day,
right?
You know, like right now.
What do you mean not having a crappy day? Well, you're talking to all kinds of people right now.
Well, because you're just destroying my moment.
All
right now.
I'm sorry. You say music takes you somewhere else.
So if I have, you know, like just a day is not, it's just not. You know what I mean? NOT. It's just not. I could turn on Don't Stop Believing. Look at that ponytail, girl. And you know, it just don't stop. Like, see what I mean? Like you get all, it just pumps you up. Now, that's just one song out of many. I just messed up my ponytail. In my arsenal that can just bring me out of a crappy doldrum pit.
I'm glad therapy's working for you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You look like you need help.
Freaking love it. So yeah, so that interview is like, it's like a podcast. You can hear it. Steve put it on his Twitter, and I think it would be great if he talked to Gary and myself. I really do. I'm not quite sure why he's not.
Because
But you know what? Someday Gary's going to get to talk to him, and hopefully I get to talk to him as well.
When he talks to him, Gary will be on a porch and Steve will be on a porch, and they'll be, and Steve will know what the hell's going on, but it'd be fine, but it'd be really good.
I think so.
And
I just also have to another little tidbit about Steve Perry.
Oh, good.
I find it quite interesting that he's really active lately, and he's putting out all of these little tidbits to the universe, which, not many people are questioning what he said about a potential residency, but I think he's setting up shop for it. I really do. I think he's laying the groundwork, saying, you know what, guys, I'm going to be here for you in 2022. I'm going to make myself accessible, and you guys are going to be able to be part of the SP train. I really think so, because why would he be doing this? All of a sudden, well, you know what? You know what, too? Think about this for a second. He's got a girlfriend.
That's right.
So that's what happens. You get a new love, and you go walking around, like you go holding hands, looking at Christmas lights, and go out to eat, and you go for a ride, and you get ice cream, and you look all nice when you're going out. And then I was starting to wonder. So then my mind is wandering. I'm like, okay, what is Christmas Day going to look like in the Steve Perry household? Is she going to cook for him? Is he going to cook for her? Or are they going to cook together? I could just envision she has an apron on, and Steve, she's like standing at the stove, cooking something in the pot. And then Steve comes up behind her, grabs her hips, and he gives her a hug while she's cooking her things on the stove for Steve.
And then they bring the dinner because they're in the bedroom.
They turn around and they make eye contact and kiss each other while the potato casserole is getting ready on the stove top.
Oh my God, you look like you're having
the
thing with it.
It reminds me, totally reminded me of Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
She was good.
When she was making the pot. And she's like the wheels spinning, and she's doing her thing with the clay pot, and then Patrick Swayze comes up behind her. God, I loved him too.
Your mind's going
and
sick
then they're just together. So, is that what Christmas Day is going to look like in the Steve Perry kitchen? I don't know.
I'm not gonna
is it going to be in his kitchen? Maybe it's going to be in her kitchen. I don't even know. So lots of stuff going on. Lots and lots of things going on.
Listen, you got some stuff going on tonight.
I do.
I'm going to be on the radio around 6:00 tonight at Kiki.fm.
That's amazing.
But it's 6:30. You're going to talk to a nice lady out in L.A.
I'm going to talk to a Grammy-nominated artist. She just released a song called Christmas in LA, Samantha Aurelio. And you can hear my live interview on, not here, but on Kiki.fm. That starts at 6:30 Eastern.
Right.
And then we're going to go right into the Christmas party.
We're going to talk to her, and then we're going to debut her new song.
Yes.
Coast to Coast, premiere here on Kiki.fm. We're looking forward to that.
Yes.
A great artist from Los Angeles tonight. And then after Kiki's done talking to her, like around 7 or so, somewhere in that area, we're going to come on YouTube here at Kiki Classic Rock.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, thanks to Lori and Jess and Des and the entire Money family for sharing their story with Kiki last night. A lot of people from around the world listen to it. A lot of people just very excited about the Money family, and it's helping them, and they're helping other people by trying to enjoy the Christmas season, and they are with the new Christmas selection, which we're playing every hour on the hour right till Christmas Day here on Kiki.fm.
Guys, if you are not yet subscribed, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, like it, comment, share it, do all of that fun stuff, because it really helps me out. And also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and the Meta. Yep, I'm sorry. That's what it's called. That's what it is.
But before you go, Gail's going to make me some cookies. She's going to have me
Aw.
some milk. And Kathy is having a frustrating day today, even though it's Fun Friday. She can't type anything on our iPad. But anyway, Kathy, have yourself a good day because you are a good day.
And guys, we have such a really, really wonderful surprise from Gary Stuckey tonight. So I hope all of you can be here 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific.
Right.
Make sure that you be kind to everyone, stay strong, and always remember, most importantly, to keep rocking. Have a fabulous Friday. We will see you all tonight.
We're going to open up some Christmas presents tonight. I can't wait. This is going to be great.
Very, very exciting. Guys, go into the day with a vengeance. Listen to Journey.
Oh, my God. Why?
Have really great, wonderful thoughts about Steve Perry, because you know why?
It's time for you to go. You don't
Because we love him.
Steve Perry. Oh my
Today
God.
is a Steve Perry type of day.
I just can't.
Listen to Girl Can't Help It. Watch the video and go, oh my gosh, this guy,
I'm gonna have an anxiety
this
attack
guy,
right now. I just
at that time,
I can't.
help me, Lord.
Help me.
Have a great day, and I will see all of you tonight. Get ready to party. We're gonna have some fun on Kiki.fm. I want all of you to come. Yeah. Happy Friday, guys. See you tonight, and thank you so much. I love you guys.